Hello, this is LEGO Wizard, and today I want to show you this great MOC that I've made, the Navigator, a full sailing ship made for today. As you can see, I've made it in the style of nowadays, so it has the hull of a modern cruise ship, but the sails and rigging of a older style, so more of like a gigantic sailing yacht. It came from a basic idea, the same way that a lot of other of my MOCs come from, and I'll go through the building process in a sec. But the first thing will be to take a closer look at the details in the set first. Now the part that took me the longest to make and the most time in designing was this main body. The sails were actually quite simple to make once I had the idea, but as you can see for the body, it's very streamlined. At the entire bottom of the boat, it wraps around nicely and forms a shape without using any standard LEGO pieces. And if you are building something like a car or a boat, it normally does look better if you use a brick-built body rather than using one of those large boat hull or chassis pieces. It just makes it look a little bit more professional, which is why some of the older pirate ships look a little bit simpler than the newer ones, because they just use more large pieces. But overall, going around, the main idea was to use white pieces on the bottom because I had a lot of these 1x2 stepped pieces, so those all went on the sides. Then I wanted to do a line of red going all the way around, and that was done using some hinged pieces, some pieces with curves, and overall it all culminated in this little corner at the front that you can tell as these hinges and then also a single one of these cornered tiles. It finishes up with just simple grey plates all the way across and then another line of dark grey. It's mainly just having nice steps and layers to make it look more final. Going to the back, this is the part that mainly just wanted a bunch of small details to make it really look like a full sailing ship. The main thing is that these are large bricks at the bottom, but then covered in extra detail all the way around. So you can see there's a lot of studs, little lightsaber hilts, hose pipes, just all to add extra detail. And then all these 1x2 jumpers just wrapping around in dark red, just to give it some extra difference in color. Now the main other thing up here is the bottoms of all the masts, and these are done using lightsaber hilts and then also rods in grey, and these keep going all the way up, and I'll get to the sails later, but the main masts are just sticks built up all the way. And at the back here is just a smaller flag with one of these yellow bricks that have clips on this side so it can grab on quite nicely. Now, because this MOC was custom, the sails are also custom sails. They don't make sails of this scale. So these are just assorted yellow card, cut out and approximated to the perfect size, then hole punched each end at the top and bottom of the sail so that it would fit on quite nicely, and it really does look good in the end. It works really well, and you can cut it to size, so you can make it smaller or larger if you want. And it makes it a little bit easier to use. So if you do want to make a MOC of a ship, I would recommend using your own sails, but if you can use LEGO sails, it would be great. The other main thing with the non-LEGO pieces is the wire that goes all the way to the edge. That's just simple thread, not LEGO thread, but just regular grey thread that was tied up at the front here and then pulled all the way over and clipped on using this piece. It just keeps it tight and in place. And then the sails, the flags at the top have just a line of red and yellow to help tie it all together, color from the red and the yellow at the top. And overall, it just has this nice streamlined appearance. Some final questions and answers are, does the boat float? Well, yes, but only this way. It tends to tip over quite a bit, so it doesn't work very well. The other question, how did you make the sails? Sails are cut with standard scissors. The paper can be a little bit flimsy, so you don't want it to get ripped. But otherwise, the card's quite strong. I would recommend using thicker paper, maybe not origami paper, but good quality card so that it'll just last a little bit longer. The thread you can also swap out for slightly stronger grade thread. Any other things is there are some illegal building techniques here and there, like for this and in the hull somewhere, but you can easily swap it out for something else. This was all made using parts that I had on hand, so you might be able to substitute in more useful and better parts for it. But for now, I think this is a really good build considering the limitations, and I think that it should be easy if you want to make your own pirate ship. Definitely start by working from the bottom up and just thinking about what pieces you want to use, what are some useful parts that you have on hand. For me, it was definitely having lots of lightsaber hilts and 1x2 steps. Those really gave me the idea for this entire build, and that's a good way to have ideas for all your builds. Anyway, this is about all I have to say for this video. I may make another video about Brickvention happening this year, but for now, this is LEGO Wizard. Have a nice day.